Team, you're doing your tri-tip all wrong, but luckily your Uncle CJ's here to show you how to do it right. All right, is that a bold statement? Yes, it is. Because in the last few years, tri-tip, once a California staple, right, has just blown up all over the country. And I've seen different ways to get it done, and I've seen a lot of ways to not do it. Like, seriously, don't do it. One way that I see a lot is something called Trisket. Now that's where you take a tri-tip and then cook it low and slow like a brisket. And I'm here to tell you that's not how it's supposed to be done, at least in my opinion. I've actually tried it and I hated it, all right? Tri-tip should be cooked to medium rare, medium if you got a picky family. But other than that, you don't need to cook it to 205 degrees and all that, you know? So on this video, I'm gonna show you how I cook a tri-tip, and we're gonna use our Ninja Woodfire Grill, but you can use whatever smoker you have. Guys, don't ruin your tri-tips by doing a Trisket. You may like it, I guess. I've had a couple friends tell me that they love it, but to me, there's no bueno, man, okay? But, you know, opinions vary, and since it's my channel, my opinion counts. So what did we do to get to this point today? All right, we took our tri-tip out, and it's gonna be tough for me not to say Trisket for the rest of this video. We took our tri-tip out and we trimmed it, okay? I saved about $2 a pound by getting an untrimmed tri-tip as opposed to a trimmed tri-tip. So all I'm gonna do is take off any silver skin that I can find, right? You may have to go under some fat, but get that silver skin off of there, okay, on the meat side. Now on this one, we're leaving the fat cap on. Normally I'll pull that fat cap off, but I see a little value in leaving it on, especially for the way we're gonna cook it, you know, out on the wood fire. I want to get a little of that fat render, right? And for me, you know, fat is flavor, right? So we left the fat cap on this one. Once we got it trimmed up and nice looking, we're gonna do a little dry brine overnight. Now, dry brine is simply salting the protein, putting it on a little wire rack over a cookie sheet, put it in the fridge, uncovered overnight at least. So that's what we did. Salted it up real nice and got it in the fridge. We got it out, let it chill, go off of it a little bit. It's not like you're bringing up to room temperature, but you know, you're letting it sit for a hot minute and let that chill go off. I'm using a little avocado oil as like a binder on this one because it's not exactly tacky yet. And then we're using a little MRE, right? Meat rub for everything from my guy Grill Sergeant. Put a link down below to his channel and his website. Sent some of this stuff to me. So good. All right, check it out. But got it all covered up, seasoned up real nice, right? And you know we're getting our Twin Temp Spark Plus in, all right? Guys, it's the holidays, and you know they got a Black Friday sale going on right now. Buy one, get one free. You can't beat this, all right? You need one for your house, and you get one for the griller or the smoker in your life. Guys, hell of a deal. Use my code down below. It'll save you a little bit of cash at checkout too. Guys, you know I stand by my Thermopro products, right? And I love using my temp spikes. These have 600 feet of Bluetooth connectivity. You have their awesome Thermopro app, which you can track the cook the whole way through, set it up, set the temperatures you want, and just roll with it, right? Kind of set it and forget it style. So grab one of those today. It's good stuff, y'all. So basically that brings us to right now, and we're ready to go fire up that wood fire. So I'll meet you outside. All right, team, we're out here. We're gonna get this thing warmed up and fired up. We got the grill grate in there. I'm gonna set the tri-tip on, do the smoker setting. Temp, I'm gonna go to 250. We're gonna do a little low and slow with this one. Time, I don't think it'll take that long, but we'll set it for 2 hours. Why not? Okay, wood fire flavor button's lit. We're lit. Let's get it started. And of course, you know we got our Smokin Pecan pellets in there. Burn cleaner, burn longer. You know I love it. All right, guys, you're getting the opposite view of what you were looking at, right? Now you're looking at me. Not the most flattering angle, but you know, still good looking enough. I want to tell you guys while the wood fire's fired up, the good people at Smokin Pecan offered a little giveaway, right? So comment down below. Comment down below what you would make with some Smokin Pecan pellets in your wood fire grill. And I'm gonna do a random comment picker. I will tell them who won, and I will comment on your comment if you won, right? And we'll get you out I think it's it's a 2-pound bag of pellets for free. Might as well comment down below, right? Thanks to the good people at Smokin Pecan. All right. Okay, let's get that smoke rolling and get that tri-tip on. Got that smoke rolling, guys. Almost time to get our tri-tip on. All right, team. Woo. Get the smoke rolling, baby. Woo. Like I said before, we're just smoking this, okay? We're not gonna do a reverse sear or anything. We're just treating this like a smoked roast, okay? The heat is coming from the top, right? Right. So we want that fat cap up so it protects that good meat right there. So when we get our temperatures on the Twin Temp Spike Plus to about 100 or so, we're gonna fire up the air crisp at like 375, get a little more rendering of this fat, get a little crisp. Love it. In the meantime, let's just get this all the good smoke. All right, team, we're temping out at 99 here. So let's go ahead and change things up a little bit. We're going to stop this. All right, we want to redo it. I want that air crisp function. Temp, well, let's go 375. We don't need to go crazy with it. All right, time. Set it for like 10 minutes. Cool. All right, it's just gonna give it that top down heat. Might as well keep the wood fire flavor button on because it's still smoking. We were about a half hour or so in, maybe 45 minutes, give or take. And let's take a look real quick. There we go. See, still smoky, right? Now let's give it a little air crisp situation. All right. All right, we're a couple minutes into the air crisp. Look, we're getting that sizzle, plenty of smoke still. Get that fat all crispy like. All right, team, we finished up right at 124. I set it for 125. So we're gonna let it rest and then kind of come up the temp a little bit there. Let's take a look. Sizzling perfection right there. I can't wait to chop into this bad boy. Woo. We're gonna pull it off here, let it rest for about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll slice into it. All right, team, we're back in the house. We've let this rest a good 15-20 minutes. Took the probe out. All right, so we're about ready to slice this bad boy up. So I want you to kind of turn it over, and you're gonna look at the grains of the tri-tip, right? So it goes like this, and then like this. So we're gonna cut it pretty much right here. Let's turn it around. It's right about here. Okay. And then we'll slice against the grain. So let's take a look inside. This is the way, and I feel the only way to cook your tri-tip, okay? Medium rare on the inside. This is perfection to me, all right? So now we're gonna go ahead and find that, see the grains are running like this. So we're gonna cut it like that, right? We're gonna cut it against the grain. And you can tell the juice is loose over here, but you got that crispy fat up on top, and just cut nice. You got that fat cap on there. Fat is flavor, folks, and I am definitely flavorful. Cut little, I don't know, 1/4-inch slices here. Go thinner if you can, or thicker if you want. While we're slicing this up, I want to mention my 4 e-cookbooks for the Ninja Woodfire Grill. Guys, links down below. If you get all 4, you save $5, get that bundle. There's tons of great recipes in there. They've had great reviews, and I think you'll love them too, so hook it up. Go ahead and get the other half sliced up. So again, we have our grains running this way, so we want to cut it against the grain. All right. Guys, this is a juicy beast, I gotta tell you. If you take one of these pieces here, you can see that we've cut against the grain. So it's gonna be a nice tender piece of meat. Y'all, now that we got this tri-tip sliced up, and I hope you like that little curveball I threw in there about using that air crisp feature to kind of crisp up that fat a little bit. So, and it helps kind of render it a little bit too. So guys, I showed you how to cut it up. That's a lot what people have been doing wrong too, is not only they cooking it wrong or cooking it to Triscuit style, they're not cutting it against the grain. They're not taking the time to learn how to actually cut a tri-tip. So I hope you take what I put in the video and roll with it. All right, the proper way to cut a tri-tip. You guys, don't forget about that giveaway. So comment down below what you're cooking with those Smokin pecan pellets. Nothing left to do, but let's try this bad boy. Now, I cooked this one a little bit more medium, again, because that's what the family prefers. But if it were me and it's just myself, I'm cooking it to medium rare and, you know, chomping into it. But you gotta please the family too, you know, get it. So we got a little bite here, got a little fat cap, got the edge. Gosh, so much flavor, so good. It's tender, it's juicy. Got tons of flavor. Guys, check out Grill Sergeant's MRE rub. Some tasty stuff right there. Got all that good smoke. The fat's rendered nice. Guys, this is the one you need to do. When you try your first tri-tip, do it this way. Guys, that was a magical bite. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cooking with CJ. Take care.